Hello, this is meteorologist Brad Warner from Region Weather Live for your YouTube online source for weather across the Dakotas and Minnesota. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up on the video and subscribe down below as well. And don't forget to hit that bell button. That way you always know when I've got a video loaded up or I'm on live due to some severe weather. And we start off by taking a look at the satellite and the upper level pattern. You can see how the moisture is streaming over the mountains and how the upper level is basically just a big ridge over the Rockies, and then it kind of comes down across the Dakotas and into Minnesota. We also have this ridge riding in through here, and that's setting off all these rain and showers in through parts of the region. And that's basically what we're going to be expecting here over the next few days, is that ridge basically just affecting our region over the course of the weekend. And that moisture and that trough is setting off some showers and a few thunderstorms down into southeastern parts of North Dakota, as well as a few thunderstorms down in southern parts of Minnesota as well. Nothing expected to be severe, but these are expected to basically move eastward through the evening and early parts of tonight, as well as this stuff down here, down in the southern parts of Minnesota. That'll die off once the heating from the day dies off. And here is that upper level pattern as we see by the models here. And we've got the warm air here down on the south side of that jet stream that's sitting there. We've got, of course, the cooler air that always resides to the north. And here we have, of course, the jet stream lies right in between. And that jet stream really isn't going to move a whole lot through the weekend. You can see as we go into parts of Saturday and even into Sunday, doesn't really move much. Maybe the only thing you might see is this lifts just a little bit north, is maybe a little bit warmer air into southern parts of South Dakota and Minnesota. But otherwise, we're going to be expecting basically the same temperatures to start your weekend like we've had today, right into Sunday almost for the most part. It's not really until we get into Sunday night, into Monday, you can see how that jet really begins to blast north, and we get some strong southwesterly flow begins to develop into the western Dakotas, and that'll change our outlook as far as the temperatures and the possibility for storms as we get into Monday. And you can see here on the surface how these storms just basically ride right over this ridge. We've got this rain showers that are out there right now. They kind of dive down to the southeast. They follow that jet stream. And then later in the day on Saturday, we get some more storms that fire up down out in the high plains region and then move eastward through the overnight hours. Again, just kind of riding right over that ridge. And then once we get into Sunday night, again, some storms begin to develop out in the high plains, ride over the ridge, and kind of move eastward throughout the overnight hours Sunday night and into Monday. And as we take a little bit of a closer look as to how these storms develop here, you can see how those showers and storms kind of move through the overnight hours here tonight, Friday night, move down to the southeast and into Minnesota by the morning hours on Saturday. And that's pretty much how the weekend's going to go. Watch this by the afternoon. We've just got some remaining showers in the eastern parts of Minnesota. Those will kind of move out later in the afternoon. And then we reset for the day. We've got some storms that fire off into the high plains once again, move eastward into the Dakotas through the overnight hours Saturday night. And once we get into Sunday morning, they basically move into Minnesota and they move eastward. And by the afternoon hours, they're just kind of left into the eastern parts of Minnesota. And then we reload once again, some more storms Sunday night out in the high plains, move through the Dakotas overnight and into Minnesota by Monday morning. Now, some of these storms, particularly when we're looking at Saturday night, here you can see some stronger storms into the western parts of South Dakota. And again, and you can see how those dive down to the southeast. And again, on Sunday night, kind of the same thing. Those storms, maybe some heavier, some strong, to maybe even some severe storms roll through South Dakota through the overnight hours once again and dive, kind of move eastward a little more so through the time on Sunday, whereas it looks like Saturday night, they kind of dive to the southeast. But just be aware that maybe some of those storms could be strong through the overnight hours. Now, as far as how much precip's going to be, generally, you're probably looking at, maybe a quarter inch, but it just depends. If you get some of these storms that move over your area, I mean, there are some areas that could pick up over an inch. It just, depends really on how exactly some of those storms set up. But generally speaking, you can probably think maybe about a quarter of an inch of rain for most areas through the weekend. Now, once we get into Monday, mind you, I showed you how that jet stream shifts and really blasts to the north. And Here's our dew points on Monday. You can see widespread 60s and even 70-degree dew points setting up for Monday. Our temperatures, we've got 90s down into southern parts of South Dakota, Minnesota, 80s blasting into the Red River Valley. So some pretty warm temperatures. And of course, what that relates to is some high CAPE values, convective available potential energy. That's, you've heard me say this before, how much gunpowder is in the barrel. So the more gunpowder, the higher these numbers, the more explosive these storms can become. However, the problem is there's actually too much warm air out there. This is right about 10,000 feet in the air, and you can see how we've got temperatures in the teens above 0 Celsius. Now, that's pretty warm, 10,000 feet in the air. And generally speaking, we take a look and we look for that 10-degree Celsius line as sort of that cap, that area where if it's any warmer than that, there's a chance that those storms just won't fire. And you can see where that 10-degree Celsius line sets up just kind of right into North Dakota and northern parts of Minnesota. And sure enough, when you look at the models, look where those storms want to develop on Monday. Now, mind you, we've got those warm temperatures, they're higher dew points. So some of these storms on Monday, as they develop into North Dakota and move into northern parts of Minnesota, could be severe. And they're going to be something that's definitely going to be worth watching for your day on Monday, rather. And then also notice as we get later into the evening, the temperatures out in the western Dakotas actually cool off. So that upper layer winds up cooling off enough that these storms begin to develop down in the southwestern parts of South Dakota, and they move northeastward through the overnight hours. So some of these areas into portions of North Dakota could sort of get a double whammy on Monday and then again on Monday night. Once we get beyond Monday, it becomes a little more cloudier after that. We've got this big low that begins to develop into Canada once again and just sits and spins around for a while. So we might be seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Doesn't look like at that point after Monday. At this point, it doesn't look like anything will be severe, but that'll be kind of what will drive our weather for the next several days into the following weekend. So that's what we're looking at through the weekend. It's just going to be kind of rinse and repeat for Friday night, Saturday night, even Sunday night. Storms rolling through the Dakotas over through the overnight hours into Minnesota through the morning hours. And then we do it all over again. Monday looks like the more severe weather day throughout North Dakota, and then later in the night into South Dakota and North Dakota once again. So that's something we'll have to take a look at, and we'll get back to you on Sunday and most likely be live on Monday as well as that severe weather develops. And we will keep you updated on any type of severe weather as it rolls through your area throughout the weekend. So be sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you got any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I will gladly answer them. Let me know where you're at and what kind of time frame you're looking for, and I will gladly get back to you. So until then, thank you for watching. This is meteorologist Brad Warner from Region Weather Live, and everybody have a good weekend.